Quote, "Can you hear it in my voice? Was it something I let slip? Does the whole world know? Isn't it obvious? I'm the one who's in control. Now I'm acting like a fool. Do my feelings show? Is my face aglow? Isn't it obvious?"
Yippee-ki-yo, yippee-ki-yay, working like 3 jobs, ready for a vacate. Like it when we touch down, like it when we spontaneous. So I work as hard as I play. I'm trying to see you in the moonlight, so you can meet me by the poolside. I know you're looking for a good time, yeah. But listen, baby, you just show up. This is not a drill, this is how I feel. Pop champagne, I'ma do it for the thrill. Escape with me, I'm saying that maybe we could take off and then land on a jet ski. Baby, I'll hold you tight. Top shelf with it, I'll show you right.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. My name is DEEZEE and this is DEEZEE Music, where music equals life. I have missed you guys. It has been 13 days since I uploaded my last video, which is No Shave November. Please make sure to go and check that out. We are still rocking the beard. No haircut all November. The most I've done is trim my nose hairs because, those get a little annoying. And I don't know if anybody else has this problem with a beard, but you get my beard for some reason grows into my mouth, so I'm eating my own beard. But that's neither here or there. We have approximately how much? A week left in No Shave November before I can officially get a haircut. Shout out to all of you out there who are celebrating No Shave November and also observing the greater meaning about it with men's health. Make sure, men, that you are taking this time to educate yourself on what you need to be doing to keep yourself healthy, getting a yearly checkup, screening for cancers, checking your mental health, and all the while just doing things to make yourself better. Okay, so as you can see from the title and from the thumbnail, we are talking today's album about the one, the only. Wait, before I get into that, how's everybody doing? How is life going? We talk here about music equals life, so we talk a lot about music, a little bit about life. I honestly, the thumbnail for this video has been up since my last video. It's been ready and I've been meaning to record, but I have been so busy with work and with certifications. When you're in the medical field, there's always certifications you either have to get or renew. So in the last week, I've had to renew 4 different certifications before December 1st. So I got all that done, and so I just did not have time to record. So here we are, back again in my happy place, getting ready to go over one of the very, very, very one of the most iconic albums from the pop era of the late 1990s. This album, this artist, she needs no introduction. She's the one, the only Miss Christina Aguilera. And we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of her debut album, Christina Aguilera. I was so happy to do this, and I know you guys know that she re-released. She just released like a Spotify session where she did some of the more well-known tracks on her debut album, and it was so good. She looked amazing. She looked really, really good. She sounded just as good as she always has. And I think she had like a couple of special guests on there, like Sabrina Carpenter, who I'm kind of obsessed with right now. I don't know why. Yeah, it was just amazing. Like she was singing her butt off, sitting down, you know. So without further ado, let's get into the 25th anniversary of Christina Aguilera debut album, self-titled album, Christina Aguilera. Let's go. Okay, so the first track on the album we have is Genie in a Bottle. Now, this is not only her first track, but it was her first single off of this album. And I remember hearing this track, and I was instantly thinking, when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, another pop girl. So, you know, at this time, there was the Britneys, there was the Jessica Simpson, there was the Mandy Moore, all these pop acts coming out in the late 1990s, going into the early 2000s. So when I heard her, I knew there was a voice there, but I could tell instantly that the voice was subdued. You could tell on this track. Like, you have to remember, pop music, the goal of pop music is the repetition, to get that repetition playing over and over in your head so people can buy it and can download the song. Well, not download, but buy CDs back then. So this song was so well at that, and I could tell, looking back now, I listened to it, and there's one particular part where she's ad-libbing and she does like, oh yeah, yeah. And you could tell they was like, oh no, bring that down. Bring that back down. We want the chorus to be the star of this song. And it worked because the song was everywhere. It was an instant hit. She sounded amazing. It was, now looking back on it now, we all know her voice. We know what all she can do. We all know this was like a breeze for her. This was, Genie was in a Bottle was like she was just sitting, like she woke up and just was singing Genie in a Bottle. But Genie in a Bottle, great pop song. Another thing I liked about it was when all these other acts were coming out, they were being produced heavily by I forgot the group's name in Sweden, the producer's name in there. So all the songs had this very like hard hitting kind of pop sound. It was very hard hitting, but it was good. But they took a different approach with Christina, like RCA and Ron Ronson. Ron Rance, I think that's his name, the famous A&R guy for all these artists. They didn't do that with Christina because they didn't need to. And I think they wanted to distinguish her from everybody else. So they went with this pop beat, but it was a pop beat, but it was more, it leaned more on the side of an R&B kind of sound also. So it was this cool, seductive, if you wanna be with me. And it had this beat, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. It did not sound like the other pop acts that were out, and I think that's what a lot of people resonated, because it was cool, it was sensual, but it was in a fun way, and it had elements of R&B and pop blended in. So it wasn't harsh, it was smooth, it was nice, where all you had like Baby One More Time, or the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and all their hard-hitting pop songs, but this was more laid back. It was smooth, it was nice, but it was still pop. So Genie in a Bottle, great job by Christina. Track number 2 on the album is What a Girl Wants. What a Girl Wants was the second single from Christina off of this album, and the song was everywhere. You couldn't turn on the radio without it playing, and it was in soundtracks, movie soundtracks, but it was such a great song. Like I said, they did not follow the cookie cutter sound of what pop was back then with Christina, because they knew they knew they had a true vocalist. She wasn't just a fly-by-night pop artist. So you can take a voice like Christina's and try to dumb it down, not dumb it down, but bring it down to to the typical pop song, but why would you? And they did a good job with this song, What a Girl Wants, because again, she is she's not following the norm. They're not following the norm, and she's singing this. I wanna thank you for giving me time to breathe. Like a rock, you waited so patiently while I got it together. While I figure it out. I only look, but I never touch. 'Cause in my heart was a picture of us holding hands, making plans. And it's lucky for me you understand that Okay, you know the rest of the song. But you get what I'm saying? Like, this was a smooth, like, it was still pop, but it was... It was so not following the script of what pop music was back then. So even this, like, she is singing she's singing I am gonna get this no, I'm not gonna get this word. Anyway, so she is singing this with ease, with such ease, and I love how the song, there is build up in this song. Like, she is coming in and da 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 da, and then it builds up to the chorus. What a girl wants, what a girl needs, whatever makes me happy sets you free. And then it comes back down. So I'm thanking you for knowing exactly. It's a cool song. Not a girl, but I can relate to it. Like, that's like the kind of partner you want. Like, you want someone who is like, who gets it, who gets that, who you are, giving you time to breathe, just appreciating you for being you. And I think this song, it was kind of like an anthem back then. It really was. Like, girls really took the song and ran with it. It's a really good pop song, and she delivers again. Again, you can tell that they brought her voice down. They very much subdued her, because you have to remember, this is a debut album, and even though we know what she can do vocally, to sell a single and to sell for radio play, you can't be overcomplicated. Now, I will say this. I remember the producer and artist Neo, he did the exact same thing. And I know it's well known in the industry, but they actually documented this, and they have just said this. Neo did the same thing with Jennifer Hudson when she was doing her debut album, Jennifer Hudson, which will be a review at some point, probably soon. I love that album. Anyways, back to my thought. But he said the exact same thing. Like, he said it was when they were in the studio, and Jennifer agreed with him. It was, how do you take a voice that's this big, bring it down, make it sound good, and still palatable, still relatable to the masses? And that's what they had to do. And I think when artists sing in that bubble, they give such you can hear who they are a little bit. It's more, it's easy for them, so they don't have to try so hard. So What a Girl Wants was everywhere. I love the song. It was a great second single. Like I say, marketing, they knew what they were doing with this. So What a Girl Wants it goes down in my book. It's one of the greatest pop songs from that era. Next record off the album we have is I Turn to You. Now, I have to say, this track, this record, I love this record. And if you don't know, Diane Warren back in the day, and I think she's still writing today, if you wanted a ballad, if you wanted a gut-wrenching song, an inspiring song, she was the girl to go to, and she wrote this song. So she wrote this, she also wrote the theme from Titanic that Celine sings. She wrote Toni Braxton, Unbreak My Heart, and she's wrote countless other songs from many artists that have been big hits, especially when it comes to like ballads and inspirational songs. So I Turn to You is no exception. I Turn to You was the third single off of Christina's album. Now, this, for me, it's a beautiful song. It really is. And it's a hard song to sing. So this is where, okay, the marketing genius comes in. Okay, we're on the third single. We need something different than a pop. We need a ballad. So this ballad is where you separated Christina from the rest of the pop era of that time. It was like, oh, okay, no, she's in her own lane. Christina can sing. Oh, this is where everybody, this girl can really sing. And when she starts off this song, and how does it start? When I'm lost in the rain, I just reach for you and I can reach the sky again. I can do anything, 'cause your love is so amazing, 'cause your love inspires me. And when I need a friend, you're always on my side, giving me faith, taking me through the night. For a shield. Such a beautiful song. Hard song to sing. A very, very hard song to sing. Many have tried. Many have failed. Me included. But Christina delivers the song beautifully. This song for me it makes me emotional, because I don't just think of it as a love song, or for me, I relate this song to my relationship with the God, God up above. So when I listen to the lyrics make me emotional, because I'm not thinking about a loved one. I'm thinking about God, and how I turn to Him for everything you do, for everything that's true. I turn to you. Love this track. I love this record. It is a very emotional song. It's meant to inspire, and I love that Christina was able to deliver Diane's lyrics off the page, and just, I don't think no one else could have done this song better. It was made for Christina, and we all know the climax of this song. Where I can run to. We all know, like, no one can do it. Christina was the best. I love this record, and I Turn to You, very emotional, very inspiring song, and Christina, hats off to you. The fourth track on the album we have is, and I consider this track to this day, this is an R&B track. I'm sorry. It's So Emotional. That is the name of the track, So Emotional. You make me feel so emotional. How does it start? Let's see the black or white. That's right. We're making love or we're in a fight. Sometimes you make me so blue. Yeah. But then it feels so good. I know it would. You do the thing that make me crazy. I wanna give it to you. Okay, that's me. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, I honestly did not have to take that much notes on this because I know the album so well. As you can see, I know the lyrics. But So Emotional was such a great next record to come after I Turn to You, because you have this big ballad, emotional, inspiring ballad, then you get this nice, groovy R&B. You make me feel so emotional in the morning, in the evening. I'm so emotional. And Christina delivers the song beautifully. Now, the thing about this song is when this song came out, it wasn't a single, but if you had the album, which everybody did, you would, music lovers back then probably put two and two together. Well, it was kind of similar, because this song was called So Emotional, but then you had Faith Evans, R&B legend, and you had Carl Thomas back then. They had the song I'm Emotional, Never Imagined I'm emotional. You can't keep running back to me. Those baby, please, no. Okay, getting off track. But these two songs like kind of had the same title. It was Emotional, and I was like, I would listen to one and listen to the next. They were on we used to record CDs. That was on my CDs, this song and then that. So Emotional was a great R&B song, like I said. You make me, and it showed the versatility of Christina. And the one theme from throughout Christina's career is that you can hear her influence of R&B and black artists. You can hear it all throughout her music, and in every album she has had an R&B song. I listen to them all the time because she has that one, Sex for Breakfast. She has on her second album, Loving Me for Me. On her third album, she has Understand. She is an R&B artist in my book because she sings R&B just as well as she sings anything else. So Emotional, great next record on the album, especially coming from I Turn to You. It was it was placed very beautifully for the next track. Next record we have on the album, Miss Christina Aguilera, is Come On Over Baby, All I Want Is You. Now, this record, again, is a fun upbeat track, but I am so glad that they did not release this as the original version as a single. This is the fourth and final single off of the album that was released, and it was a fun upbeat track. But the main difference is they re-recorded it for radio, and it was so much better. The original version of it, did not care for it. I mean, it's a fun come on over, hey, don't you know? I felt like this song could have been given to any other pop girls back then, not Christina. And I think the record company and her producers agreed, like, we need to kind of go redo this and make this better. So they re-recorded it for radio and for the video. Way so much better than it was. Come on over, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. So again, just like we had with Genie in a Bottle, this set, it was still pop, but it had a little bit more of a little R&B, a little bit more flair to it, and she is singing more freely than she did. She's a little bit more soulful, a little bit more sensual than she did on the original version that was on the album that I bought, which but I digress. But this was a great way to kind of sum up the album when it comes to the singles. And it was a fun dance track. And she did this. The video was really fun and colorful. And she was able to show her personality a little bit more. And she also was able to sing a little bit more harder, let loose a little bit more on this than she was on her other singles, because now you come from her third single, I Turn to You, which we know is like, duh, she blows it out of the water. There's no way you can go back and contain her into, so it made sense to re-record Come On Over, Babe. It was a great track. I love this track, and I still play it to this day. I play this version, not the original version. Scratch the original. Don't listen to this. If ever you want to listen to this song, go to the radio version of this on Spotify or wherever you get your music. So, the next record on the album after Come On Over Baby is Reflections. Now, Reflections, if you didn't know, was Christina's big break. She auditioned to sing this song for the soundtrack to the animated movie, which came out in 1988, which was Mulan, the movie. And this was the title track for the movie. And if you knew, Disney back in those days, and still sometimes this day, there's always a title track to their movies, especially the animated ones. So Reflection was it. So this was a big deal for Christina. And I remember she told the story of when she auditioned and they had called her back and asked her could she sing the certain note, the high note at the end of this song, and she went to her mom and asked her, do you know? So she did it, and she ended up singing it, and she sounded so beautifully. And you have to remember, Christina was like 16, 17 when she recorded Reflections. She was not a grown woman, but the way she sound on it is you could tell it was before her age. She sounded way more grown than the record than she actually was, than her actual age was. So when she look at me, I can see who I really am. Nothing feet apart. Now I see it. The voice was so mature for her age to sing this song. But again, it's another great ballad. It wasn't a huge hit as they expected it to be for the movie, but again, it showed record companies interest, and I believe the same week it was released, she was signed to her record deal. So it did what it had to do, and a lot of people love the song and they still sing it, and it's a great track. And it's that note at the end, when will inside, she sings it. I can't do it, but it's a great it's a great song, Reflections. I remember singing this a lot. And you have to remember, this was this song, there was no background, there was no this was her singing straight through at full voice, at the dynamics and everything, with a full orchestra at 16, 17 years old, that's a little intimidating, but to be able to pull that off, she did an awesome job, and hats off to her for Reflections, because Reflections got her to where she is today. Next record on the album, we come from Reflections, again another heavy ballad. Then we get into Love of All Seasons. I think it's Love for All Seasons. Yeah. Okay, this track, I love this track. Listen. Hey there, boy, did you happen to know wherever you go, I'll follow like a cool breeze on a summer day. When you're near me, I don't know what to do. I feel like a fool, like a schoolgirl, true blue girl. That's a no, can you come out and play? You make me feel the way a woman you're supposed to feel. So now I gotta let you know, this love's for real. I'll be your rain in this. It's a beautiful. I like the track. It's a great record, man. Like, I honestly, she killed this track. She really did. And again, she did not follow the cookie cutter sound of pop music. This technically is an R&B song. It really is. It really is. I honestly could have heard Toni Braxton recording this song when I first heard it. Because it's an R&B song. It's not a pop artist that you would hear this, Caucasian, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl singing. Because you look at the, look at the album cover and you're like, wait, this is coming out of her? Crazy. It was a great song. It was well produced. It also gave me feels of the earlier 90s, with music, and it just makes you feel good. I'll be your rain in the summer, the spring and your fall. I'll be what you want, anything at all. I got a love for all seasons, a love for all time. I'll be a fire in the winter, the rain in the spring. It's a great it's a great song. I love this song. There's no way I can listen to the album and not listen to this song. It's Christina at her best. And the one thing I loved that they did, because we all know Christina she wanted to show everybody what she can do right out the gate. And I think the record company did an awesome job of like bringing that down, packaging it down so you could see the beauty in her voice. And it really is, and it gave the album dynamics, it gave it range, and I know, like, this girl can sing her butt off, and that voice and the loudness she can do and the notes she can hit is amazing. It really is. But I really cherish the times when she is soft, when she is singing in that falsetto. Oh my God. We all know that song she did with that group. And now, stumble and fall. That song, I forgot the name of it, but she did it like all in falsetto, and it was beautiful. It's very hard to have the ability to have both, to be able to have a strong singing voice, natural, your full voice, and then have such a beautiful, in control sounding falsetto voice. Like we have like Mariah, but Mariah's tone and everything sounds the same when she switches. That's the beauty of her voice and her octave. But with Christina, usually with most artists, there's such a great distinction. But the distinction with Christina, it sounds like it's two different voices. It doesn't sound like it's when she sings from her full voice and then her falsetto voice, it sounds like it's two different people singing, and they're equally beautiful. That's what I love about Christina, and I loved about this record. Love for All Season is good. She played into it, the coyness of it, she delivered the verses Why am I still trying to say that word? She delivered the verses with ease, and I love this track. Love All Season. It gets an A in my book. Okay, at this point we are more than halfway through the album. Christina Aguilera. We're celebrating the 25th anniversary release of her debut album, self-titled album, Christina Aguilera. And if you are enjoying this video so far, you should consider hitting the like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Let's move on to the next track. The next record on this album is Somebody Somebody. Now, me being a young teenager, having access to this album and this song, you know, I wasn't in love, but I always loved love. I loved the feeling of love. Didn't know what love was, but if anything made me wanted to be in love, Somebody Somebody. This song, Somebody Somebody, embodied what I wanted. Or was longing to have, you know. It's such a great song. And again, it's an R&B song. Wish I was somebody, wish I was somebody's baby. Want somebody, somebody. She sounds, my gosh, it does not sound like this is a 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old singing this song. It sounds like this is a full-grown woman who's experienced life and everything, because it's an R&B song. Watching lovers walking hand in hand, they pass me by. Yeah. Wish I was one of them. Wish I had somebody waking up beside me, looking into my eyes and it just gives you all it. The song describes the longing of wanting to be in love, wanting to be in relationships so beautifully. And Christina, as someone who, you know, was like my age when she recorded this, probably didn't know that much about love and relationships and everything that it entails, but the innocence of wanting to be in love, Somebody Somebody delivers this so beautifully. And the song is a build-up, because when she gets to that somebody who loves me, who loves me, who loves me, who loves me. That was bad. It isn't like that. But it was such a great, it was the build up to it, to the ending of that somebody, and then wish I was somebody, somebody, somebody. They did a great job on this track. You can tell she had this was R&B producers in this track, and Ron Ranson, the producer of this record, he did a great job of realizing just that Christina wasn't this big vocalist, but really playing with her voice and seeing what else she could do and separating her. He did a great job of separating her from the rest of the pop girlies of that time. Great job on this. Somebody Somebody also is one of my go-to songs. I love this. Love this record. Great job. Producers, arrangers, everything. Love Somebody Somebody. The next record on the album is When You Put Your Hands on Me. Honestly, I do not like this track. I don't like the record at all. This, honestly, it really does feel like a filler track. It was a filler track. You can tell. There's certain times when you listen to albums, and when you have been doing it as long as I have, you know, and you can tell when songs are fillers, and this definitely was a filler track. there are noteworthy sections in it that, you know, she sings, because it plays kind of into it is R&B again, like a fat little mid-tempo R&B, and she there is, like I said, certain parts in it that are like noteworthy, but I think like that, when you put your hands on me, ooh, big fail. That it doesn't sound good. She does not sound engaged in this song. She doesn't sound like she particularly liked it. She didn't sound like she wanted to record it. I haven't known how to do. Those were beautiful parts when she had that melody. But other than that, every time I know you put your hands on me, I feel sexy and my body lose control. It didn't work. The track didn't work. No. When you put your hands on me, it was a filler track. Like I said, there are notes of goodnesses, good parts in it, like da, 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 da. But other than that, it was a filler track. I don't mind that it was a filler track, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we're coming off a high of every song thus far being up to par and great, and so one isn't bad off of an album. So when you put your hands on me was not for me. Let me know if you like it, but I doubt even Christina liked it, because you could hear it in the recording. It's like, who wanted to record this? It's not good. Anyway, let's move on. Next record on the album is Blessed. When I think how life used to be, always walking in the shadows, then I look at what you've given me, I feel like dancing on my tiptoes. I must say, every day I wake and realize you're by my side, I know I'm truly blessed for everything you've given me, blessed for all the tenderness you've shown. Do my best with everything within me, blessed to make sure you never go. Okay, another record that I really loved. And again, this record, Blessed, is they really was going for the feels with some of these, right? Like you have I Turn to You, you have So Emotional, you have Somebody, and then you have Blessed. Like Blessed is, oh my god. Again, it's not a hard, it's not vocally, it's not a big song. It's a nice, beautiful ballad, and it kind of has remember that I guess it's a guitar from like Angel of Mine from Monica. It kind of has that in it too. You could hear it in it. I wouldn't be surprised, because Diane Warren wrote that. She might have wrote, I didn't look if she wrote Blessed, I didn't know. But Blessed is such a beautiful song. And again, this song for me, I take it personally with my personal relationship with the man up above. So when I listen to it, I think about how he has blessed me, and that's what I loved about it. And you can hear her emotion in it, and you can hear that she liked this song. And that's the difference you have coming from When You Put Your Hands on Me to this. You can tell when an artist is engaged in the song. Like, she was fully engaged in this, and it was a beautiful song. And when she does the ending, never, never, never go. Beautiful job, Christina. You did it. I love this song to this day. Blessed is a good track, you guys. Listen to it when you go back to the album. Just listen to the lyrics, you know, and it brings emotions up. So Blessed is a good, not great, awesome record on this album. The next record on the album, we go from Bless, now we go to the last upbeat track of the album. And I love that they kind of like, we're coming towards the end, let's speed it up or bring back up the tempo. And it is Love Will Find a Way. No, it doesn't last forever. Somebody told her, tell me love will last forever. Said it only happens in your wildest dreams. I love this because Christina's on this. Okay, it gave me reminiscence of Mariah Carey's Fantasy, but Christina's when I heard it, I heard Fantasy. I heard influence of Fantasy in it. You can hear it from the music and the arrangement. But Christina did this, and it's like she's singing in her full voice, but not really how hard or anything. It's natural, it's easy. You better stop, listen to these words that I say. Don't you let this good thing get away. No, nothing it can change. It's a good album. Gonna make it last forever. It's a great mid up tempo. Well, mid up tempo track, and it's good for the last upbeat track of the album. Love Will Find a Way. Christina sung her butt off on this. Again, she didn't sing big full voice, but it was like a mid tempo, and every now and then she flared up, and let but it is a good and I listened to it, and it's a great track to go into after Bless. And there's Love Will Find a Way. I love the meaning of this song, and I love the meaning of it, like love will find ways. So great job on this. Love Will Find a Way definitely gets a thumbs up in my book. And let's move on to the last track of the album. Say It Ain't So. So the last track on the album, self-titled Christina Aguilera, is Obvious. Now, the story behind this song, well, before we get there, if you were able in the intro to pick up from the lyrics, this is from this song, Obvious. The story behind it is that Christina, I remember she was, they were fishing songs for her or whatever and stuff like that. And she tells the story of how she heard this, and the songwriter, she told us that you have to let me record this song. I need this. So this is like the one song she fought for on her debut album. And it's a beautiful, beautiful ballad. It's just saying, the song is just saying, isn't it obvious that, hey, I'm into you? Can you hear it in my voice? Was it something I let slip? Does the whole world know? Isn't it obvious? I love that. And then the beat comes in. I'm the one who's in control. Now I'm acting like a fool. Again, another song that is beyond her age limit, beyond her time. Like she sings it. I can't use no other word. She sings it awesome. She sings it like she knows that she experiences it. Do my feelings show? Is my face aglow? Isn't it obvious? And she kind of lets go on the chorus that I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm feeling like a little girl, caught up in emotions. I'm out of control. Isn't it obvious? I mean, what can you say? Listen to the record. Listen to it. Listen to it, and I want you guys to remember, like, she was 16, 17 years old when she was recording this. Christina was meant to be a star. She was meant to sing. She is a vocalist through and through. There was no other job she was put here to do but sing. And it obvious shows it because, again, I think there is some background vocals in it, but as far as the song, she sings straight through the song. There's literally no break in it. There's little breaks, little slowdowns, but Obvious was a great song to end the album with a nice ballad. I loved Obvious, and I well, back then when you were singing and I sung in chorus and everything, there were certain songs you sung over and over just to like rehearse with, to warm up with. Obvious was one of those I sung to warm up with because it took you the range, the dramatics of it all. It took you from singing soft to singing loud to crescendos and phrasing and everything. You had to do it all in this one song, so it was a great song to warm up with. Obvious, great ballad, and I'm glad she fought for it on the album, and it made it on the album as the last track on the album. So now we have come to the end of the album. Self-titled Christina Aguilera, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the album. Before we go, I do want to go over one more track that was released, not here, but I think in Japan. It was in the international release, and it was also on the soundtrack for the movie Pokemon, the first Pokemon movie, and the song is We're a Miracle. This was a hard song to sing. I really like the song. It's another ballad, but I think of all the songs that she sung on this first album, this had to be the hardest one to record because the melody of it is so slow, and there's spaces that you kind of have to feel, and she has to go from very soft to falsetto very quickly and go back down and then go up again. It was a great track. I love the record We're a Miracle. So if you have time, listen to that track also. I don't think it's not on Spotify. It's probably not on Apple Music, but if you go to YouTube, you can search in Christina Aguilera We're a Miracle, and you will hear a bonus track that was released international from this album. Also, thank you so much if you've made it this far for watching my video. Thank you for watching my latest video and my latest album review video. If you're new around here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you also. Well, and thank you for watching my video. This is new. This is a new channel, and this is new for me, YouTube. So I'm still working out the kinks. So give me some grace as I do that. But I hope that you enjoy the content, and I hope you enjoy the review of the albums that I've done so far, and I have a few that I've done so far that you can check out. Don't forget, it is No Shave November, so men, make sure you are taking care of yourself, and we have about another more week before we can get rid of all this scruff. I'm okay right now with it. I think by the end of another week I'll be ready to go, but it's getting that point where you're eating your own hair. It's getting that point. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to all things DEEZEE music. Liking, sharing the video, commenting helps me a lot. I read comments, so please comment on the video and set your notifications on for when I make future review videos. If there is an album particularly that you would like me to review that we can go into and discuss, please put it in the comments section, or send me an email at my email, DEEZEemusic at Gmail. It'll be in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. It is almost the holidays. Well, it's officially Mariah Carey season. There will be more videos up before Thanksgiving. I think maybe 1 or 2 more review videos that I want to get out. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you again for watching. This is DEEZEE Music, where music equals life, and we talk about a lot of music and a lot of music, a little bit about life. So get out there and enjoy life, because we only have one life to live. See ya.
Yippee-ki-yo, working like 3 dots, ready for a vacate. Like it when we touch down, like it when we spontaneous. So I work as hard as I play. I'm trying to see you in the moonlight, so you can meet me by the poolside. I know you're looking for a good time, yeah. But listen, baby, you just show. Cause this is not a drill, this is how I feel. Pop champagne, I'ma do it for the thrill. Escape with me, I'm saying that maybe we could take off and then land on a jet ski. Baby, I'll hold you tight. Top shelf with it, I'll show you right. Got me feeling like, yeah. Got me feeling like I love, whoa, I love, whoa, I love, whoa, I love, yeah, baby, I love, whoa, I love, whoa, whatever it is you got, whatever it is, I like it, I love, whoa, I love, whoa, I love, whoa, I love it, yeah. I love your intention, complex simplicity. You, I ain't gon' hold you. I fight for you like soldiers. Wow, baby, you the ocean. I got the motion to keep this boat afloating. No cap, no counterfeit, no bootleg. Baby, I'll get pushed to you like Luke, babe. Fight for your love like Luke Cage. Drunk in love if I do say what you saying, we ain't playing. Nah, love, we just getting started. Was a fast car, but I had to park it. Not quick to give up my heart, but I forfeit for you. I love, whoa, I love.